People don't change, but they may become better versions of themselves. Coach Corey Wayne. Guys, below I'm going to link one of Coach Corey Wayne's videos that is relatable to the subject matter in this video as well. Getting back to it, yeah, people, they don't change. They will in fact become better versions of themselves than they once were before. Or worse, something changes there though. But the way they act does not usually change. That one friend that would stood you up at every plan that was made would not make initiative to make plans with you, only you make initiative to make plans with them. Groups of friends that do that as well are still gonna keep doing that. That one girl that stood you up, that led you on for a month saying,
oh, we have so much in common, oh, you're so cute, oh, I can't wait to see you,
and then does not even want to show up and meet you in person, is still going to do that. People don't change how they act. They only become different versions of themselves. If you don't end up accepting it, this has happened to me so many times where I try to argue with the person on how they're acting towards me, and I get the same response every time from every person you try to do this with, is you get a blank robot stare and the look that you are insane. Because you are. You can't change how a person acts. That's their gift. That's their gift from God, is how they act. I am who I am. This is such a great quote because it literally unlocks that deja vu type of feeling when you say take a break from talking to that person because you obviously know that nothing kind of clicks there, so you move on, but you kind of reconnect and they seem like a different person, but more diving into it, you get that deja vu effect, and it helps activate more with this quote because you just get that sudden memory from the past. Obviously don't focus on the past, but you remember how that person acts and you remember how to go about it so you don't waste your time and fall for smoking mirrors. It's a great thing that people act how they act. It really is. It's very beneficial for you in life because it helps you with the elimination process on sorting out people you actually get along with. And when you find someone you actually get along with, a great bond, you have fluid conversations, and even the littlest memories with them, you can bring up over thousands of times and they don't get old. You do not want that person to change. You can stand how they are. You don't want them to change. And if they do change, you're just disgusted, just like on how a person acts a certain way that you do not want to act. And going through these people that act a certain way that you disapprove of, it's easier to go through them because you realize, I don't really click with this, so you can move on to someone who does. And it gives you a better idea of what you truly are looking for when you're talking to someone, for friends, a girlfriend, anything in life. If you're not so convinced by this, I have a great way you could test it out that I've tested, and it just proves this quote over and over, time and time again. Now, this only works if you have your old cell phones, or if you have access to old text through a computer or whatever software you can use. Go through your phone and find a conversation with someone that you have been talking to in your past. You've been talking to them for a while, but you kind of somewhat take breaks and periods from them. Compare your current conversations to the old conversations on old phones, or older conversations in the past on any sort of whatever you can use to find out where those old conversations are. It's fucking nuts. I have so many conversations with women where I've had past with them, and literally up to this date, the same conversations were talked about, stemming from almost junior year of freaking high school. The same thing. I got one girl talking about, I want to own property in this certain area, and it's just such a good area, up and coming, blah, blah, blah. Talking about owning property in this certain area. Cool. And I noticed from my old text that I kind of just got away from it because we did not seem like we had any interest. And she kind of just kept talking to me over the phone and didn't even want to meet in person. Fast forward years later, same conversation. Fast forward years later, same conversation. Fast forward to literally last week, same conversation. You know what she's doing? The same thing she's always done. Moving on with her life. She got her attention. And this isn't a rant video. I don't even know why I'm going off like this. This is fucking stupid now. Ha 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 ha. But no, it just makes such perfect sense with that quote that people don't change. They become different versions of themselves, but they don't change. Because this chick, she's very successful now. She owns her own business. She's gorgeous. But that deja vu effect always just comes into play. And this is such an easier maneuver. I mean, yeah, I gave it a shot talking to her, and I've been talking to her over at least a couple years because of me reading this quote and just putting all the puzzle pieces together of, I've talked to this girl before. I know how she acts. I know exactly what she's gonna do. And it's the same thing with friends too. And I've cut off a couple of friends here and there because they just won't change how they act. And it's a good thing that they don't change. It is. That relationship wasn't meant to be, obviously. It sucks to cut people out of life. It sucks that you want to change a certain person because you think they have potential. They don't have potential. They are the potential. They are who they are. And it's a great thing. And just sought after people that are good for you.